Hello, and welcome to Spirit Among Us. When we start out our lives, we start out in darkness. Unfortunately, it's the only way our lives work. We are left to search on our own for meaning. We're left to search for a purpose for our lives, to find the real reason for being alive, to know where we're being called to and where we can make a difference. When we start out, we don't have a place to belong. We don't have a place to call our home, and we're forced to look for one. We're forced to look for a place that will accept us, for someone or something on this earth that will accept us. We are orphans, looking for a family, looking for a place to belong. Sometimes orphans spend their whole childhood just waiting for a family to come along and choose them, for someone to accept them. It's the greatest thing they want. The most important thing to them is just to be accepted. And God knows that in our lives, we are like orphans, but He didn't want to leave us that way. John chapter 14 verses 18 through 21. I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you. Yet a little while and the world will see me no more, but you will see me. Because I live, you also will live. In that day you will know that I am in the Father, and you in me, and I in you. Whoever has my commandments and keeps them, he it is who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him. Jesus here in these verses made a promise to his disciples and also to all of his followers. He said, I will not leave you as orphans. Now to say that, for Jesus to say that, he's pretty clear about this. He's directly acknowledging that we are orphans. He's very clear. Without him and apart from him and without his help, we are orphans. We need Jesus, and on our own, we are just like orphans looking for a home. So he gives us this promise though. He says, I will not leave you as orphans. Because I live, you also will live. And he also says that he who loves Jesus will also be loved by his Father. We have that promise there that he's telling us that if we love Jesus, we will also be loved by the Father. And that's a mark of true acceptance. To really understand what kind of a blessing this is, we need to understand that we didn't used to belong to God. We started out on our own. We started out as orphans, as people without a real home. We used to be orphans, and we needed his help. We needed God's help. We were powerless to change our situation. We were powerless to bring ourselves any closer to God. John 15 verse 5 says this, I'm the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Like branches rely on a vine, so we rely on Jesus. And without him, we are really powerless. But that is where the good news of Jesus comes in. Because he gives us that promise and he says, I will not leave you as orphans. He made a way. You see, he knew we couldn't do it. He knew that we were orphans in need of a father and that we were unable to get to that father. So he made a way. Jesus made a way. So when it comes to us belonging to God, when it comes to us being his people, being his chosen people, we now have a real family that we belong to. We belong to God's family and to God's household, and that is an awesome blessing. But what I want to focus on today as a true blessing is that because of Jesus and because of what he has done, we are no longer orphans. Thank you for watching, and God bless.